Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be unboxing and reviewing this Toolpro low profile 3000kg trolley jack, and that's because our old trolley jack which we've been using is getting a bit tired, and we've got lots of work we're doing across the Mazda, Audi and Mercedes, so we thought it was time to upgrade. This is the old jack we're replacing. Now this was a 2.5 or a 3 ton trolley jack, served me well, but I've had it about a decade and it's just time to replace it. So we've picked up this brand new 3000kg low profile trolley jack. It's got a 360-degree rotatable head, knurled handle, and as I said, it's a low profile design. But if we come down here, we can see, we've got a load height of 112mm, which will be useful for getting under the low cars on the channel, the Mercedes, the Audi, the Mazda, etc. And the height raised, it'll go up to 0.5 metre. So it's got a really good range, which was one of the reasons I bought this jack. So let's open up and get into it. So let's get these straps off straight away. And then we can open up the box and actually have a good look at what we've actually got here. Alright, so as we can see, we've got an operating manual. We'll put that to one side and have a look at that later. Got the handle, nice solid looking handle. Obviously the handle connects together. I would say you undo that bolt there, put the handle together and pop that bolt back in. And good to go with that. Get rid of these bits of excess foam out of the way. And then what have we got here? We've got a extra extension piece for the handle. So, and it's got a reminder on here actually saying this hydraulic trolley jack requires lubrication prior to use. So, might actually have to check out the instruction manual and see what it says there. But let's put that extension in straight away for that handle. So that looks really good. So we'll just slip that in like that, and then pop the other end just in there. And we actually end up with a really long handle, which I hadn't banked on actually, but that is fantastic. Check out the length of that handle by comparison to the jack. And then let's get this out of the box. She's pretty heavy. And that foam obviously wanted to come with it, so get that off now. That is certainly a solid looking unit. So you can see it's got this clip for transportation down here. Interestingly, I did have a quick look in the manual. It doesn't say anything about that, but it's fairly obvious. You just need to push down on the handle to remove that clip like that and get that out. And then it does say lubrication is required on all of the joints for use. You can see, however, that it's got a number of grease nipples around the place, one there and on the sides. And you can see that it's actually already had grease pumped into them from the manufacturer. So I'd say no need to do that at this point. We'll just get into it and give it a test run. So to install the handle, you can see it's got this locking nut here, which was only finger tight. So I'll just back that off until we actually see the thread from the top has come out. And then with that locking screw backed out, we can just drop the handle. And with a slight rotation, we can see it drops onto the squared sleeve. And then we can put this locking nut back in. No point to overly tighten that. And then we can give the jack a little test run up and down. And I'll show you how that works. So to lock off the valve, we rotate the handle in a clockwise direction until it goes firm like that. And then we simply pump the handle up. And this is a long extension handle. I actually think, all jokes aside, that I'll probably remove that extension piece and put it back to the normal position. And then to let the jack down, we simply turn the handle anti-clockwise, we crack it, and then we turn it and it goes down like you can see there. So let's just lock that, we'll lift that up again. Now, one of the reasons I got rid of the old jack was as soon as you cracked it with a vehicle on the releasing the jack down, it would drop the vehicle quite suddenly. So let's see with this jack, if I put my foot on the jack, if we crack it just a fraction, you can see it goes down, but it's only going down slow. But if I turn it further on the handle, it goes down more rapidly. So straight away, I think I feel like I like the control of this jack. I'll just show you that again. So come around, put my weight on the jack. I'll just crack that handle a fraction. You can see I've cracked it. I'm actually on the jack completely, as you can see. And now, if I come around and out your way, you can see I just turn that handle. I've got a lot more control over releasing that down. So what we'll do is we'll give that a trial run on the car and we'll see how it actually performs on the car. As I said, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get rid of the old jack and upgrade, was didn't like the way it drops the vehicle. We'll see how it goes on the Mazda. So a couple of safety matters before we jack the vehicle. We want to make sure the emergency park brake is on, like it is in this case, and that this car's a manual, so put it in first gear, but if it's an automatic, make sure you put it in park. And for additional safety, make sure you chock one of the wheels. As you can see, I've chocked the rear wheel here with a couple of blocks of wood because we're going to be lifting here from the front of the vehicle. Now, importantly, you need to make sure that you lift the vehicle from a correct lifting location. So check the manufacturer's handbook for your vehicle. In my case, we identify the right spot on the pinch weld here by these couple of marks there along the pinch weld. And I'm also going to be using this rubber mount to come up underneath and just snug in under that pinch weld with the jack, as you can see. I'll put a link where you can get one of these blocks as well, because they're really useful, as you can see. So let's lift it up. So we just jack the vehicle up to a decent height like that, and then we'll let it down, and we'll do our best to let it down slowly. You can see like that, we've got a lot of control as we twist this handle, which I never had with the old jack. So it will just drop the jack instantly. So absolutely, this jack's a winner for me. I'll just lift that up again and show you. Definitely going to need to take that extension piece out, especially when you don't have a lot of access around the vehicle. So we've got that up to a decent working height, and we'll just really gently let that down now. You can see I've got so much control over that valve. That is just fantastic. Now, another thing which I'm surprisingly happy about is that this low profile 3-ton jack will actually slide all the way under this Mazda 3, which is pretty low to the ground, under the engine and to the middle of the subframe, or from the front side, which is actually behind the engine jacking point. Now, that for me is of real benefit. Now, you might be thinking, yeah, but 3-ton jack is way over capacity for this vehicle. Well, if you've seen some of my other videos on the channel, you know I'll also work on a ML350 Mercedes from time to time, and this jack is going to give me the flexibility to also lift my Mercedes from the rear jacking point or from the front jacking point in a similar fashion to the way I've got the jack in here today. So I've ended up with a really versatile jack which I can use in a variety of circumstances, and for me that's an absolute winner. So there you go, that's the unbox and review of the Toolpro low profile 3000kg garage jack. I'm really impressed with the overall build quality of this jack, and from my initial usage, that control which it gives for lowering the vehicle is just fantastic in my opinion. So I'm really looking forward to working with this jack on all of my vehicles. If you have liked this video, do remember to hit that like button and comment below what you think. And in the future, if you're interested in seeing any reviews of tools or work on any vehicles that I have around the place, the Mazda that you see here, the Audi, the Mercedes, the old Ford Falcon, do remember to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, have a good evening.